So what if I told you that two countries separated by nearly 5,000 miles of ocean are still the same story? Not similar, not connected in spirit, but deeply culturally and historically intertwined. I'm talking about Ghana and Jamaica. And once you understand this connection, you start questioning everything you thought you knew about the black world. Let's go back in time a bit, because during the transatlantic slave trade, millions of Africans were forcibly taken from West Africa to the Caribbean and the Americas, as we all know. But here's what most people don't realize. A huge number of those taken to Jamaica came from the Gold Coast region, modern day Ghana, and especially the Akan and Ashanti people. And they just didn't survive the journey. They carry something even more powerful than survival. They carried identity. So welcome back to the channel CBC, Caribbean Black Community. But growing up in Jamaica, we've always been told that that's where most Jamaicans' ancestry lies, in Ghana. Until I migrated to England, I didn't realize how true that was. I met a few Ghanaians since I've been in the UK, and it's just so fascinating to me to see how closely our mannerism, how we walk, how we act are similar. And the more I dig deep, I understand how deeply connected we are, from the language to the food. It's just so fascinating. And I've had a few family members and friends that visited Ghana, and all of them say the same. Say that, when they go to Ghana, it's like they're walking through Kingston. They go to the market, the people, how they act, it's just the same. I'm just fascinated to see I'm separated by miles and miles of water and hundreds of years separated, but yet still at the core, we're same. We're still the same people. You get what I mean? But let's talk about the language, because language doesn't lie. Because you see, in Jamaican Patois, the word nyam means eat. And in Akan Patois, spoken in Ghana, the word nyam also means eat. Same word, same meaning, same origin. Across an entire ocean, that's not coincidence, that's cultural memory refusing to die. Now let's talk stories. Because if you grow up in Jamaica, you know Anansi, the clever spider, the trickster, the survivor. And growing up, all the kids always love Anansi stories, and it just always epiphanied the Jamaican character. You're always trying to find a way to outsmart the people in the world. But Anansi didn't originate in Jamaica. It came from West Africa, from Ghana, where he is known as Kewaku Anansi. Because I remember I was watching a TV show a few years ago. It's called The American Gods, and in that movie, that god that came on the slave ship from West Africa to America. He in the movie he's known as Anansi, and I was like, oh. And that was one of the reasons why I got hooked on that TV show at the time, because it just reminded me of that. And then I clicked in my head that it's actually the same character, the same story that we always growing up in Jamaica hearing. And funny enough, that's the same character, the same stories, same morals. Only difference, he survived slavery and changed accent. No, look at the food because culture always end up in the kitchen, right? So in Ghana, you have fried plantain, rich stews, and dishes like wake, rice and beans cooked with deep seasoning. In Jamaica, you have fried plantain, rice and peas, bold flavors, blow seasoning, and also define the entire cuisine. And they also have something similar to our fried dumpling as well. I can't remember what they call it, but I remember I was speaking to a few Ghanaian friends, and they always say how that the dumpling or festival dumplings remind them of a dumpling or something similar that they have the same way it's prepared, just flour, sugar, salt, and it's also deep fried. But if you strip away the labels, you realize something powerful. You are tasting the same history. Even the names survive. The Akan culture, children are named after the day they were born. A boy born on Monday is Kojo. In Jamaica, one of the most famous Maroon leaders is also Kojo. And that's not random. That's language, evolution shaped by displacement. You have leaders like Taki. They reflect the Akan name tradition that carried resistance across generation. And because even when everything else was taken, the names remain. In Jamaica, we have the Taki in Jamaica as well. We have especially in the Maroon culture, all those. It's just fascinating to me. After years and years, and just remain the same. We're still the same. And here's part of the history. Here's the part where the history books often soften. The same people who were enslaved became some of the strongest resistors in the Caribbean. So from the Maroon societies in Jamaica fought the British for generations. They didn't just survive slavery. They challenged the empire. And many of them carried the Akron military and spiritual system into those rebellions. And this wasn't chaos. This was organized resistance rooted in African knowledge. And the story of the Nanny of the Maroon exemplify this. And fast forward today, and something interesting is happening. Ghana and Jamaica are reconnecting through music, trade, education, and migration. Afrobeats in Kingston, reggae in Accra, nurses, teachers, engineers moving between both countries. It's like a loop that was broken and is now being repaired in real time. So the next time you hear a reggae rhythm or hear patois spoken in London, on a London street, or see plantain on a plate anywhere in the world, remember this. You're not just looking at culture. You're looking at a people separated by force, reconnecting by destiny. A 5,000-mile break that never fully broke at all. So bless up. And remember, history isn't always in books. Sometimes it's in your language, in your food, and in your bloodline. So bless up, CBC, family, and one love.